I have joining me in the studio to further discuss the significance of this period, Senior Pastor of Cornerstone Church, Emmanuel Okonkwo. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7.
Thank you for having me.
And then I begin also with Happy Easter celebrations.
Thank you very much.
All right, so much ado about Easter, and especially Good Friday. What exactly is the significance of this day and this period?
Well, I think for me, what God is trying to do is to send us a message. Two mentalities that you're going to find in the human system: the selfish mentality or the sacrificial mentality. So on Good Friday, God was teaching us that to solve the human problem, someone has to sacrifice. And that message has to just go across all the layers of our government, of our society. You are not going to address the human problem without somebody rolling their sleeves up and sacrificing. So here's God watching the human situation, and Jesus came, was healing people, doing all the things he was doing, but then a time came when he was going to make the ultimate sacrifice to solve the human problem. And I would think that God's telling us to do the same. Do whatever is needed, sacrifice to solve the human problem.
So it's not unusual on a day like this, a season like this, to have people looking all remorseful, being all patient and peaceful. But what about the days beyond this particular day?
Yeah, and this is something I'm constantly preaching. You know, we could all get very solemn on Good Friday. It doesn't really mean anything. What really matters is what we take out from today, what we take out from today into the classroom, into Aso Rock, into the citadels of power. It's not the solemnness on Good Friday is a good thing, but if it's where it stops, then it doesn't mean anything. We need to take this message, go out, do whatever is needed, sacrifice whatever is needed to solve the human problem. We have political issues in our country, security problem. Are we sacrificing enough? Are we confronting this problem with the ultimate sense of sacrifice? So we're going to go through this weekend, Good Friday, then Saturday, and then the highlight on Sunday. If all we do is the Station of the Cross, if all we do is sing and be solemn on Friday, and then after it, we get back to our selfish mode, then we haven't learned anything.
All right. Well, some people have the practice of not eating certain things on a day like this to mark the solemnity of the crucifixion of Jesus. What would you say about that?
Well, that's tradition. That's tradition. But as I said, I don't have any problem with that. There are people who will fast today. Some people will not eat meat today. That's fine. But as I said earlier on, we have to, after all the rituals today, we need to get out on Monday and do something. And that's the message. Beyond the rituals, beyond don't eat this, don't drink this, that's all fine. Beyond the fasting and being solemn, God came out and did something. Something has to be done. So I'm going to just advise everyone after this weekend. The big thing about Easter is not the Easter weekend, it's what we do after the Easter weekend. So if our politicians, are you sacrificing to solve the problems we have in this country? Husbands, are you making the necessary sacrifice to keep the family together? So Easter is God telling us that you're not going to solve the human problem without somebody who's prepared to sacrifice.
All right. And of course, messages of hope are usually flying about on days like this, even from government and from individuals themselves. So what would you say that the Christian community can actually bring to the table to make the society better? Well,
we constitute a huge number in our country. And I think if, I'll go back to the same thing, if we are making necessary contributions to the development of this country in terms of sacrifice. And it's still the same thing. Are Christians, are we sacrificing enough in the government, in our communities? Everywhere a Christian is found, would you be part of solving the problem? We are either part of solving the problem or we're just the problem. So are you part of solving the problem? Are you sacrificing to solve all these problems we're facing in this country? Or are you the problem?
So that's a huge question everyone has to answer, and of course beyond the Christian community as it is. I must sincerely appreciate you for joining us today, Senior Pastor, Cornerstone Church, Emmanuel Okonkwo. Thank you for your time on TVC News at 7.
God bless you, madam.